the following message. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? So to all those down low men that are in church playing husband, fiance, boyfriend, or boo, playing pastor, head deacon in the choir, or just singing the blues. Jesus is coming, but first he will clean house. He's going to pull down your sheep's clothing, exposing you and strengthening those who are sold out. No, I'm not here selling cookies like a little Girl Scout, but to warn you of your fate, odd man out. Hello, my name is Kim Walker, and I would like to share a dream with you, a dream that the Lord gave me several years ago about down low men. I was given this dream approximately 17 years ago. This was before my own divorcement from a man that lived on the down low. He too denies the down low allegations like many others. Another sneaky, sorrowful, and lost down low brother. I now realize that this dream was not just for my ex's life only, but for all those men that are under attack by this same diabolical spirit, sad and lonely. After 25 years of marriage, God said, it is enough. Down low man, it's time to huff and puff. Blowing off your sheep's clothing and discovering all your ill stuff, giving you down low man understanding and taking off Satan's handcuffs. The down low man's dream went as followed. I dreamed that I was standing in my living room, looking out of a window, and far on the horizon, a great distance away, I could see this black figure flying in the direction of my home. It was way up in the sky, approaching my home, closer with every flap of his wings. As it neared my home, I recognized it to be a black bat. This black bat flew right into my home, right through the window that I was viewing him from. He flew in like he was on a mission and had been sent. This black bat flew into my home and just began to circle the top part of my ceiling. Around and around he went. He was nasty looking with smooth spike hairs on him. His presence irritated me, to say the very least. This is when I took a broom and with precision aim popped this black bat hard right out of the air from flying above my head. This black bat went crashing quickly to the floor. He laid motionless and appeared to be dead. In this room with me stood my ex. This is when I said to my ex, "Ex, come over here and put your foot on this thing." My ex came over and immediately slammed down his foot hard on the black bat. Blood splattered out violently over the hard wood floor. When this was done, I then proceeded to tell my ex to clean up the blood and black bat that lay dead on the floor. I walked away from my ex for a moment or two. When I returned to check up on my ex's progress, I found my ex with his back completely turned away from me in a squatting position, hovering over this dead black bat. I immediately called over to my ex and said to him, X, what are you doing? He did not answer me. I began to walk over to see what he was doing. I found my ex involving himself with this black bat. Instead of cleaning up the bloody mess on the floor, my ex had become intrinsically involved with the black bat. My ex had dug into the mouth of this black bat and extracted from his mouth 3 dead black flies. In the center of my ex's right hand held he 3 black dead flies. He held them like they were a prize or something. His hands were completely covered in sticky, gooey blood. I became repulsed by this sight and immediately told my ex to go and wash himself from all the filth of this black bat and the 3 black flies that the bat inwardly carried in. The dream ended. Now, the interpretation of the down low man's dream. This black bat that was seen from afar is my gift to see into the spirit realm and seeing things before they happen. The black bat represented a homosexual spirit sent out by Satan. The black bat flying into the window represented him coming in on an open invitation to my home by my ex, unbeknownst to me. The black bat circling around and around represented him checking out his prey, checking out his purpose for being there. He did not land because he was not sure of how safe it was. Me becoming irritated by this black bat represented a trespasser, an intruder that had entered my home, and I knew this and rightfully dealt with it. Me grabbing the broom and popping out of the air represented my sword in the spirit, casting down imaginations and every high thing that is exalted against the knowledge of God. The black bat crashing into the floor, laying dead, represented Satan being a defeated foe. Me telling my ex to put his foot on the black bat represented Satan being under our feet as Christians. And my ex personally needed to put his foot on this black bat as well, that he had secretly invited into our home. My ex slamming his foot down hard on the wood floor represented his aggressive outwardness movement against homosexuals, the same as Bishop Eddie Long. Me telling my ex to clean up the blood and bat from off the floor represented him getting repeated warnings from the Lord, which he took heed to none. Me coming back into the room, checking up on my ex's progress, and finding his back completely turned away from me, squatting over this black bat, represent my ex's true and secret desire for this homosexual spirit that he did not want me to know about. Me coming around to the front of my ex, viewing what he was doing, represent him being exposed. My ex's hands were covered in blood, along with 3 dead black flies in the palm of his right hand. The 3 dead flies in his bloody right hand represented his payment for his power and authority that he willfully gave away. But the wages of sin is death, down low man, and Satan is leading this wolf pack. Jesus said, "What shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" Satan is devouring you, down low man, and he is doing it by 3s. Each fly represents a bite. The bat feasted on them earlier. Now it's time for you to eat of his damnable doctrine. children. I told my ex to go and wash. This represented his need to repent, coming clean before the Lord for his involvement with this homosexual spirit. Down low, man, you have been bitten, not once, not twice, but with 3 venomous bites. You have been bitten in your mind. You have been bitten on your right hand. You have been bitten on the head of your penis. Now, you may not know this, but it will not dismiss the diabolical spirit that's now driving you. Satan is a Picasso. He will paint a beautiful picture too. Look behind the canvas, down low, man. He's licking his chops at you. He whispers stolen waters are sweet if kept on the low, and bread eaten in secret is delicious when you eat it on the down low. Down low, man, you are what you eat, and you no longer have to be Satan's trick or his little treat. Jesus love ya. Give yourself a gift of awareness. Order today. You're welcome to visit my website, thedownlowmansrealityshow.com.